Hi, everybody. It is Friday, October 16th. Sorry I took yesterday off. I was feeling I had to go to the doctor and deal with some intestinal issues that I had, which is not very fun to talk about. But I got some drugs. I got some antibiotics for the next 10 days. Actually, I got my new toy too. Here is, and hopefully you'll notice the sound difference. Here is my new, oh, you can't see it, my new cool microphone here, USB microphone. It's kind of like a podcast microphone. Um, and I got it as part of Amazon Prime Days. I know Prime Days is like, but you buy shit that you don't really need. That's what Amazon Prime Days do. I did buy a knife sharpener and bought like rain gear. So I did buy some practical stuff, but this was definitely my fun toy. I saw and I go, I gotta buy that. So hopefully you'll notice the difference in the sound. Hopefully you will. It was only $65, like 20% off. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, here's our weather forecast. It's not looking too good. It's going to be not a lot of rain. It's going to be raining Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday. And yeah, we're in the fall rainy season. So you kind of look at this is going to be our norm for the next few months. Hopefully we'll get a little break here with some sunshine. Last night, I don't know if you guys saw, they were at the same time. I tried to watch the recording of one of them. I haven't finished the Biden one. I saw the Trump one. He basically tried to pivot and go against a lot of his stances before. So I know he's trying to, we were telling him he needs to try to appeal to people outside his base. So he was trying to answer questions a little more moderate, which was interesting. I don't know if people believe him because he lies about everything. Well, let's go ahead and look at NBC News's or MSNBC's recap of last night's Joe Biden and Donald Trump dueling town halls. The Biden town hall was on ABC News, and the Trump town hall was on NBC News.
Did you take a test on the day of the debate, I guess is the bottom line?
I probably did, and I took a test the day before and the day before, and I was always in great shape, and I was in great shape for the debate. As president, I can't be locked in a room someplace for the next year and just stay and do nothing. And every time I go into a crowd, I was with the parents of our fallen heroes. These people are the most incredible people. And they came up to me and they would hug me and they would touch me. And I'm not going to not let them do it.
When a president doesn't wear a mask or makes fun of folks like me when I was wearing a mask for a long time, then, people say, well, it mustn't be that important.
After contracting COVID-19 yourself, has your opinion changed on the importance of mask wearing?
No, because I was okay with the masks. I was good with it, but I've heard many different stories on masks.
If you listen to the head of the CDC, he stood up and he said, while we're waiting for a vaccine, and he held up a mask. You wear this mask, you'll save more lives between now and the end of the year than if we had a vaccine.
I knew it was a big threat. At the same time, I don't want to panic this country. I don't want to go out and say, everybody's going to die, everybody's
Isn't there a middle ground? You don't have to mislead, but you can...
No, there's not a middle ground. You have to be safe, you have to be vigilant, and you have to be smart.
Besides, you ain't black. What do you have to say to young black voters who see voting for you as further participation in a system that continually fails to protect them?
Well, I say, first of all, as my buddy John Lewis said, it's a sacred opportunity and right to vote. You can make a difference. If young black women and men vote, you can determine the outcome of this election. Not a joke. You can do that.
Mr. President, what will you and your administration do to better prepare our law enforcement officers to work in collaboration with the communities that they serve, and also to protect the lives of innocent Black and Latinos from police brutality and injustice?
Right. I fully understand the question, and I saw everything that you saw over the summer, and it was a terrible thing to watch. And some people don't like it when I say it, but a lot of people agree. I have done more for the African-American community than any president, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln.
You said you don't want to ban fracking. As you know, It's an important issue here in Pennsylvania. Not everyone buys your denial. A member of the Boilermakers Local 154, Sean Stefani, was quoted in the New York Times today saying, "You can't have it both ways." It says you can't meet your goal to end fossil fuels without ending fracking. What do you say to people like Sean who doubt your denial because they think you want to keep that promise?
Tell them the Boilermakers overwhelmingly endorse me, okay? What I would do is I would stop giving tax breaks and subsidizing oil. We don't need to subsidize oil any longer, number one. We should stop that and save billions of dollars over time. What I would also do with regard to, the difference between me and the new Green Deal, they say automatically by 2030, we're going to be carbon free. Not possible.
So are you for it or against it? You say you're not for it, but in your website it says you call it a crucial framework. The Green New Deal.
My deal is a crucial framework.
I'm sure they'll ask you the white supremacy question. I denounce white supremacy.
Okay.
And frankly, you want to know something? I denounce Antifa, and I denounce these people on the left that are burning down our cities that are run by Democrats who don't
All
know
right,
what
while
they're
we're
doing.
denouncing, let me ask you about QAnon.
I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. What I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia. And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it
But there's not
very
a
strongly.
satanic pedophile
I have
cult
no
they run
idea.
by.
I know
You
nothing
don't know
about
that? Okay.
No, I don't know
You
that.
just
and
this
neither
week.
do you know that.
Okay, just this week, you retweeted to your 87 million followers a conspiracy theory that Joe Biden orchestrated to have SEAL Team 6, the Navy SEAL Team 6, killed to cover up the fake death of bin Laden. Now, why would you send a lie
I know
like that
nothing
to your
about
followers?
it.
You retweeted
That was
it.
a retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I
You're
don't
the
take a
president.
position.
You're not like someone's crazy uncle. Your own FBI director says there is no evidence of widespread
Oh, really?
fraud.
Well, then he's not doing a very good job.
If I'm elected president, you will not hear me race baiting, you'll not hear me dividing, you'll hear me trying to unify. And unify bring people together. When I said I was running because I wanted to unify the country, people said, well, they were the old days. We better be able to do it again.
Great.
We better be able to do it again.
Mr. Vice President, if you lose, what will that say to you about where America is today?
Well, it could say that I'm a lousy candidate and I didn't do a good job. But I think, I hope that it doesn't say that we are as racially, ethnically, and religiously at odds with one another as it appears.
That was a good highlights. In fact, after I finished watching the Biden town hall. Here's a really good ad that just got released a couple of days ago. It's actually from Cindy McCain, widower of the late Senator John McCain, who was such a great moderate, a great Republican, had a really good relationship with Joe Biden. Cindy McCain announced her endorsement of Joe Biden like about 2 weeks ago, and they just released an ad, really good ad.
My husband knew Joe Biden a long time. They traveled thousands of miles together, visiting troops overseas, and they developed the kind of friendship you don't see too often. In the Senate, they disagreed on almost everything. They'd fight like hell on the floor, and then they'd go eat lunch together because they always put their friendship and their country first. Now more than ever, we need a president who will put service before self, a president who will lead with courage and compassion, not ego, a president who will respect the sacrifices made by our service members and their families, a president who will honor our fallen heroes, and a president who will bring out the best in us, not the worst. Joe Biden's dedicated his life to this country and working across the aisle to get things done. Joe will always fight for the American people, just like John did.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
That's a great ad by Cindy McCain about the relationship between her late husband, Senator John McCain, and Senator Biden at the time. Here's our new great closing ad from the Biden-Harris campaign, because obviously we're coming in less than 3 weeks from the election day. People are voting right now. This is a really good ad, a feel-good ad about hope for respect, hope for civility, hope for make sure that this country comes together and not be so divisive. So here's a great Biden-Harris closing ad.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend.
It's time for America to get back up.
There's a brand new morning.
We can build a more perfect union.
That belongs to you and me.
The days of divisiveness
Yes, a new world's
will soon be over.
That belongs to you and me.
Let's get back up.
Yes, a new world.
We're decent, we're brave, we're resilient people.
Coming in peace.
We can't believe again.
Coming in love.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
That's a great closing ad. It's about hope, about the hope for the future and the hope how we can be a more perfect union and go past the divisiveness over the last 4 years and all the lying. It's about the future. And that's what elections are always about, the future. Anyway, I hope you have a really good day today. It's a Friday, October 16th, and make this a great day for yourself and your family and your friends. Take care. Bye-bye.